Good morning, everyone. Scott Sable here in the Dick Goddard Weather Office. Well, a fairly quiet week ahead. I know we had some light snow this morning and some flurries and some of that sleety light snow, but overall, most of this is beginning to weaken. The winds are out of the northwest. We had temperatures this morning in the lower 30s, and a lot of the precip this morning is almost too light for the radar to pick up wind chills in the mid-20s. Otherwise, a quiet but a brisk day today, highlighting maybe a little peak of sun, maybe around Norwalk and Tiffin back up into northwestern Ohio. Snowfall forecast here. I even hesitated even putting this map together, but higher terrain east of the city might have maybe a little slushy accumulation, but 95% of us stay dry. Then we begin to clear out. Most of the clearing occurs after sunset, again highlighting some breaks in the overcast. 20s tonight with a west wind at 10 to 15, shifting and coming out of the southwest tomorrow, gusts at 20 to 25, partly sunny, not as cold. We'll be well into the lower and middle 40s. Otherwise, the forecast looks quiet from Ohio all the way through the middle of the country. These systems have been weak, just moisture starved. That cold front arrives Wednesday, probably early morning. We'll go from lower middle 40s tomorrow, and then temperatures will quickly fall behind the front. But aside from cloud cover, little to no precip with this front Wednesday, and even the next one, which isn't until the end of this upcoming weekend as this ridge of high pressure continues to expand. This one doesn't really look all that potent either. So again, about a week's worth of dry weather, no rain, major rain or snow systems tracking through the central U.S. through the Ohio Valley, which means our rainfall forecast is fairly anemic here. I mean, nothing going on here, nor are we anticipating any snow through Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday of next week. So why is this pattern this way, right? Notice how the cold stays up to the north all the way through early next week. And the reason for this is that we have a jet stream off of eastern Asia that is extremely strong, west to east, strong jet stream. It doesn't allow for any buckling in the pattern. Usually when you get this buckling, typically that means, frequent, systems, especially when you get the buckling up to the north, up in western Canada. A lot of times that buckling allows for cold to come in, but the only inclement weather, and this is like the middle of next week, might be the beginning of a trough out west, which would allow for some rain and some strong winds, maybe up around along the west coast. But for the most part, this is going to lock the cold air up north, allowing for a very mild next week to 10 days across much of the middle of the country, with the exception of maybe a day here and a day there where we drop into the middle 30s. Otherwise, that pattern is just not conducive for any sort of snow across the Great Lakes, and this takes us through the middle of next week. Active Panhandle storm track, though, as we head into Christmas week. That's something we'll be watching. These systems developing in Texas, and even with temperatures near or slightly above average, we can still get some snow. Again, the confidence level is still relatively low at this point. Here's your 8-day forecast. Again, it's on the website at fox8.com.